Hey everybody, what's up? How's it going? Robin here, and in today's video, I'm going to be doing a review of Wealthsimple Invest, the main platform robo-advisor that Wealthsimple has. Now, I've been investing for almost a year now. I started in early 2019, around Marchish. 2019 was when I got really serious with investing, and for the most part, I'd say like 90% of my investments have been on Wealthsimple. So I put all my money into a tax-free savings account on Wealthsimple, and I've been using this robo-advisor for the past almost a year now. And in this video, I'm going to show you guys my returns. I'm going to show you guys kind of what I think of the platform, and I'll give my recommendation whether I think you should use Wealthsimple as a robo-advisor. Yeah, that's what we're going to be going through in this video. So I'm going to go into my account here on Wealthsimple. So this is my portfolio here. I have right now sitting $35,000 with 1,693, so about $1,700 in returns. Almost a year on the platform. If you go to 1 year here, you can kind of see that I started in March. Yeah, it was about beginning of March, and kind of towards the end of March, I put pretty much everything I had in savings into an account here, and then Wealthsimple was basically just did everything else for me. They took my money, they invested into different ETFs, and I'll show those in just a second here. But I just want to show you guys that my earnings as of date is $1,700, so not too bad. But keep in mind that last year was a good year in the stock market, so you should have gotten, for the most part, as long as you invested, towards the beginning of the year, you should have gotten a pretty good return if you've been invested for the whole year. Coming into 2020, I'm probably expecting the markets to go down a little bit, but who knows? We could have a good year again. It kind of just depends on how things work out. So this is Wealthsimple. This is the main platform here. This is the main dashboard. One thing I want to say really quickly before we go into like the settings and stuff like that, and I give you a walkthrough of how everything works. Wealthsimple is very easy to use, and the interface is very sleek. It's very simple, and the website loads really quickly. In fact, one of the things I really liked about Wealthsimple, it was really easy to make an account. It literally took about 5 minutes to make an account, put in my personal details, and my account was already up and running. And when it comes to deposits and stuff like that, it takes about 1 to 2 days, but the deposits are easy to make. All you got to go is to click on the funding tab here. You put how much money you want, and you can do an automated you can do an automated thing that goes every month, or you can just do one-time deposits. I usually just do one-time deposits, as I invest quite frequently, like on a daily basis, almost any free cash I have laying around. But you can do whatever you want here. And they also have this cool little graph here that tells you, like, let's say you put in like $500 a month for the rest of your life, kind of thing. It has the different years here, and it kind of like gives an estimate, like, in how much your portfolio might be worth. Obviously, it's just an estimate, but it's kind of cool to see that, if I put $500 in my portfolio on a monthly basis for the rest of my life, I should retire with $1 million. So that's kind of cool. Obviously, that's just a rough estimate, but somewhere around there. It gives you kind of inspiration and stuff like that, right? So that's pretty cool. So they have nice little cool graphs like that. In the portfolio section, I'm going to go over my and one thing I should mention is this is actually the high risk portfolio. So when you make an account, they do an assessment where they ask you, like, what is your risk, kind of thing. And I picked the high growth risk because, number one, my tax-free savings account, that's what I chose to invest with. And I really, really do believe that if you want to make money and you want to take advantage of investing, you need to use your tax-free savings account as high risk. You want high growth because everything you make is tax-free, right? So the more money you make, the more you save in taxes and stuff like that, and the more you can grow that account as quickly as possible, the more you're going to make in the future. So if you do have a tax-free savings account, I really want you guys to think about going with a high growth plan, or going with a plan that's a little bit more like higher risk. You don't have to go crazy high. I picked on a scale of 1 to 10. I picked the 10 out of 10 one, like the high risk one. But you guys can go like at a 7 or 8 or 9 or 10, whatever you think is right. But I do want you guys to consider going a little bit more aggressive when it comes to investing into a high risk tax-free savings account, because you'll just get so much more. And these are old accounts I had at the beginning, way back when I first started investing, but I've since kind of closed them and I moved them all to my high risk one. So if we click on the portfolio here, I'll show you guys the portfolio that they made. Keep in mind that they make the portfolio for you. So all you really have to do on Wealthsimple is put the money in, and that's it. They do pretty much everything else. So, and that's what most robo advisors do. So once again, here's another graph saying that, like, how much money you're going to have in the future, kind of thing. Kind of cool. And let's click on the view holdings. So this is the holdings for the high growth portfolio. And keep in mind, guys, depending on your risk, you might pick a different portfolio for you. But you can see this is a pretty solid portfolio. It's made up of multiple different ETFs with 10% bonds here, like just 2 little bonds here at the bottom to kind of help, when stocks go down, the bonds go up. They kind of balance things out. And when stocks are up bonds kind of go down. Plus bonds give you like monthly income, a couple bucks a month kind of thing. And I'll show you guys my dividends and stuff like that, and the when we get there kind of thing. But this is the portfolio, mostly U.S. stocks and foreign stocks. U.S. stocks take up about 30% of the portfolio-ish. Yeah, 20 to 30. And then foreign stocks take up about 30 to 40%, and then the rest is Canadian. So highly diversified portfolio. It's mostly into global, international, and U.S. stocks with a little sprinkle of Canadian stocks in there because why not, right? So pretty cool portfolio. As you can see, here's the returns. They have the market value, so this is how much each little ETF, how much I have invested. This is the shares. This is what I really like. They actually show you how many shares you have for each one. And then on the right tab, far right here, we have the actual portfolio gain. So I'm at 6.5% gain for VTI, which is US stocks, 4.5% for international, -1 for emerging, 3.8 for Canadian, 0.9 for global, and 8.9 for US equities that are hedged. And then you can see our bonds here too. So that's pretty cool. You can see the different performance. And this is one thing I also want to touch on is if you are making a portfolio, it's important to diversify. And this is what Wealthsimple does, because like let's say you put everything into emerging stocks. If you did that, you would have had a really crappy year last year. But because I have a good mix of everything kind of like balanced it out, right? So it's important to diversify, even if it means just buying like a US stock index or ETF, an international one, and then maybe something else you want, whatever kind of thing. It's important to diversify because then, you know, if one thing goes up, at least something else can go and one thing goes down, sorry, something else can go up. And then if the stock market just goes good across the board, then you get good gains across the board. So it's a cool thing to do. Next up, we're going to move to the activity tab. And in here, you can see all kinds of different things you're doing on the platform. There's the general activity tab, which kind of shows you everything. So that's how much money you're investing. It'll show you when you put cash in kind of thing, when they invest it. So like if you click on here on December 27th, they took $326 that was sitting in my account. It typically takes about a day or two after you send them money for them to actually invest it. So on December 27th, it shows you like how many shares they bought and for the price and stuff like that. So that's kind of cool, right, to see. And then you have your dividends here. So I'm going to go into the dividends and interest section here. You can filter it, right? So that's pretty cool. And you can see here that when I first started investing in February, well, it was more March. I'd say towards the end of March is when I got serious with my investments. You can see that the dividends kept coming in kind of thing here. Couple bucks here, couple bucks there. And then in June, we got a big dividend payment, and it shows the different ETFs. So this is IEFA, IEMG, VTI. So it shows the amounts here, which is pretty cool. Yeah, and like just cool stuff here. Like dividends are awesome. I love dividends, and I'm actually making a 100% dividend focused portfolio with Wealthsimple Trade. I'll link to that series in the description of this video if you guys want to check that out. It's a video series I do every week where I'm putting $100 into Wealthsimple Trade and I'm picking my own ETFs. So I'm kind of doing my own investing, but not really, sort of. But it's a pretty cool experiment. That's been really cool. So check that out if you guys want. And it is a 100% dividend focused portfolio. So if you like dividends like I do, you might want to check that out. But dividends are just cool because you keep money coming in, and yeah, it's pretty sweet. And in December, I actually got some pretty good dividends in December. We got $3 from ZFL, which is our bonds, 42 cents from our other bond, Q-tip, $149 from different stocks here, and then January 3rd we got another bond payment, and then January 6th we got some more stock dividends. So pretty cool. I really am a big fan of Wealthsimple. I think it's one of the best portfolio platforms. And here's the thing. Here's what I would market Wealthsimple to. If you're somebody who's completely new to investing, you've never invested before, but you want to get your money to start working for you, grab a robo-advisor. It doesn't really matter which robo-advisor you can use, but the only one I can really recommend is Wealthsimple because it's the only one I've used and I've had a pretty good experience. But grab some kind of robo-advisor like Wealthsimple, stick your money in there, start putting money in on a weekly basis, even if it's just like $50, $100 a week kind of thing, as much as you can comfortably, right, with having some money left over. Start building a portfolio, and then as you research and learn more about stocks and investing and you kind of figure out what you think is right for you, you know, at least your money in the meantime is being invested and you're going to be making money. So then over time you can maybe, you know, like let's say 6 months later or a couple months later, maybe you want to do something a little differently. You can start building your portfolio somewhere else, but at least that money is sitting there in the meantime. And then maybe you might even decide at the end of the year, like I did, just to keep your money on Wealthsimple and still making you money. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep this portfolio here. It's performed pretty well. And I love that Wealthsimple does everything for you. So that's pretty cool. Now, the one the one, I guess, negative you would say about Wealthsimple is the fact that they do charge you to take care of your portfolio. I can't remember the fee is. It depends on the portfolio you have. So, but I think it's around 0.3 or 0.4%, which is still pretty low though. If you look at like most mutual funds and stuff like that, they charge like 1 to 2% at a bank. So robo advisors, including Wealthsimple, like charging 0.3 or 0.4 is actually a pretty low percentage for them to charge to manage your portfolio. And I'm going to show you guys, if you guys actually use my link, I'll put a link in the description of this video you guys can click. And if you guys use that link, you'll get the first $10,000 you invest on Wealthsimple managed for free for 12 months. So unless you're putting more than $10,000 in your portfolio, that'll be free management. So you don't have to pay the couple bucks it is a month. I think I would normally be paying like 10 bucks-ish a month with my portfolio. I'd have to do the math on that, but it's something like that. But because I've actually had a lot of people use my referral link, I actually have 130,000 managed for free. So I'm good for a while. But if you guys want, you guys use my link, it'll give you 10,000 managed for free. So do that for yourself. That gives you don't have to pay fees for a whole year. You know, it doesn't sound like a lot of money, but as you put more money into your portfolio, it really does start to add up. So I highly recommend you guys do that. All right, so I think that gives you guys a pretty good rundown of Wealthsimple, how it works and stuff like that. Overall, I think it's a pretty solid robo-advisor to run your portfolio, especially if you're new to investing. And I know it is geared towards Canadians, but you can use Wealthsimple if you are from like the US and stuff like that. So, you know, check the website out, see if you can open up an account, but I do believe it is global. So if you guys want to open up an account with Wealthsimple, I think you can do it if you're in the US, even though I know it's more Canadian targeted, but I think you can. So you might want to check that out. I'm not 100% sure. But that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I hope you guys liked it. If you guys want to see more investing tips and more videos like these, be sure to subscribe to the channel. And I would really appreciate if you give the video a like if you did enjoy it. So that's it for this video, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments if you have any questions or anything like that. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Here's my Wealthsimple review video, and I hope you enjoyed it.